Welcome to the NCAA Softball Super Regionals presented by Capital One. And come join us at McCombs Field, whether you're taking a ride in a car, on a bike, or on a Longhorn. Very normal form of Texas travel when you throw the dog on top. Just get yourself to the park. Get a wet towel, get a hat. It is an absolute steamer here with Texas and Texas A&M playing game 2 in this best of 3. The moment. Right now it's 98. It feels like 107. Little ground ball slap to short. Maloney is punched out at first. Leah Dami, the first base umpire, has the out call on a quick delivery from Coco. As always, if you have the lead, do you go with your ace back-to-back, or do you try to get through it with the rest of your staff? Scott drives the ball to center. Routine for Jazz Hill, and 2 quick outs for Kennedy in the first. Viviana Martinez, 1 for 4 yesterday. Martinez strokes the ball to right. That is down, and Martinez is safe at first. A good throw from Allie Enright, who does have 4. Double a home run, 4 walks, hit by a pitch. She's been on base a ton. And she's on base again. That's her 5th walk of the tournament. Not an intentional walk, but sure was a pitch around from Ken.
Maybe a looking strikeout.
Stewart blasts one deep to center. Jazz Hill is there right before the wall, and she cleans it up. A couple of 2-out base runs. 7 innings. Powell elevates one to left center field. Kaden Henry comes over to get the first out for Tegan Cavan. Last 11 games, she is 22 out of 36, and her on-base percentage .641. Slap to left by Woolley, and Bella Dayton makes a great sliding grab. Had an opportunity for a sliding catch on Woolley in the first inning yesterday. Didn't make it. Today, she gets her revenge.
Well, did miss the opportunity for the sliding catch here, and we're used to seeing Bella Dayton, the senior, do this all over the outfield in a Texas uniform, and especially in the postseason on defense with that leg kick, and she kind of hovers over her right leg, gets all of her power and energy stored there, and then tries to get on time.
There's the hover, and there's the heater. Come on, strikes her out looking, and
the fans were really into it. The coaching staffs, the players, just it was so loud, and at times felt a little bit out of control, but not too much.
The 3-2 is low. Alyssa Washington becomes. Got very heated yesterday in the middle of the 6th inning. 2 coaches were ejected. Jolie Mitchell lays down a bunt. Kennedy to first. Sacrifice 1-3. Washington down to second. This was the play to end the top of the 6th inning. Kennedy Powell a bunt, stepped on the foot of Katie Stewart. Now it's kind of an awkward position for Stewart to be set up in. But that led to an exchange of words between Steve Singleton, the Texas assistant, and Russ Heffley, the Texas A&M assistant. They were both ejected. There's a bunt popped up by Kaden Henry, and Cottrell's there. Back-to-back pitches bunted and back-to-back outs. Season in the works for her. 4 for 9, 3 RBIs. Dayton goes the other way out to left. Kramer Estes there. Texas is stranded 3 through 2. Middle of the Aggies order coming up. For 4 last night. Cottrell takes ball 4.
Well, Kevin, you mentioned that 2022 national championship run that Texas had. They were unseeded that year.
1-1 for Jazz Hill. And Hill drills one. Left center field. Jasmine Hill with a 2-run bomb. And for the 2nd straight game, Texas A&M opens the scoring with a home run. It's number 9 for Hill, and the Aggies strike first in game 2.
Jazz Hill transferred over from Arizona State. She had played with Trisha Ford and the coaching staff that came over to Texas A&M, who moved over here. And last year, she had a down year. This year, she has come out and been one of the best hitters in the SEC, a professional hitter, a senior who has a ton of experience. Coming into the Super, she was kind of cold, kind of slumping. But the at-bats that she's been putting together in Game 1 and that swing right there, you can tell she is getting on time, on plane.
You see the Longhorns record when opponents score first, and there's a base hit by Rylan Wiggins through the shift. Texas 40-0 when it scores first, 10-8 when allowing the first run. All of their losses is. It was easier to assume Tegan Cavan would pitch today, and A&M has been all over her in this inning. A walk, a home run, a base hit, and Enright strikes out at a changeup. Throw to second base. Wiggins is out. So strike him out, throw him out, double play.
Sounded like even Texas A&M may have picked this changeup. It sounded like they were calling for it from in the dugout, but still, despite it being a changeup, Reese Atwood easily going to throw out Rylan Wiggins from her knees. Reese Atwood looked like she even threw that at about, I don't know.
Great start. It's the first time all season she's done that, just her 10th of the year. And Perez takes a 4-pitch walk. Second of the inning. 3-2. Hitter. So 2 pitches after it looked like Cavan had a called third strike. She hits Este against the Big 12 Freshman of the Year. That's on the ground. That's through the right side. Here comes Lovell, the pinch runner to the plate, and she is safe. An RBI single for Kennedy Powell, who takes second on the throw, and it's 3-0, the 16-seeded Aggies.
You get those runners on in the postseason and into scoring position, and what the postseason is all about is coming up clutch with runners in scoring position, especially with 2 outs. This Texas A&M offense has thrived with two outs all season long.
Came with 2 outs, and Powell brings home a big third one here, and she and Este are both in scoring position. Woolley to second base, tough hot pick by Washington, and she records the out. There are fans all over this ballpark, which has a capacity of 1254. Probably has about double that many people around here. That is going to be an out because Maloney was hit by the ball after she left the box. That's a ruling by Smokey Eds, and it's the first out of the inning. They did not change the call. The umpires can have a discussion and change the call, but they decide to keep the call on the field of an out with Maloney being hit by the ball while she was out of the box. And it sure looks like her toes are inside the box there. So Texas does use its first challenge. And Smokey Ed says foul ball. So Texas wins its challenge, and the count will be 1-2 on Ashton Maloney. 3-2 now for the sophomore Maloney, for the junior Kennedy. And Maloney slaps one to second. Wiggins on a high hop, and Maloney is safe, going head first into the bag. She has her first hit of the Super Regional.
Beauty of those slappers, creating those high hops.
Mia Scott on the next pitch. Jazz Hill covering a lot of ground in left center, makes the play, and Maloney retreats on the first out. Daughter of a former minor league player. On the ground to second. Wiggins throws it away. The first error of the Super Regional is made by perhaps its most sure-handed player.
Because oftentimes you gotta pitch her careful and pitch around her.
And Atwood goes the other way, and that ball takes a hop off the dirt to Enright for a base hit. Reese Atwood with a little opposite field knock.
6 times here.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Kennedy strikes out Stewart for a 3rd time this weekend.
The outside corner was nasty.
Then a ground ball to second from Washington, and Kennedy and Texas A&M have another great escape. Longhorns leave them loaded. In another extra inning game, Tennessee came back to win 3-2. That game is 2-2 in the bottom of the 9th. As Trinity Cannon is hit by Tegan Cavan's first pitch of the 3rd.
Well, because of her deceptive changeup, and I'm looking to hit earlier in the count.
Cottrell to 3rd. That's off the glove of Mia Scott. She shovels to second. It's not in time. Nearly an ace recovery, but a miscue on the infield puts two Aggies.
Has to be indisputable video evidence that the throw beat her foot to the bag.
And the glove has to start to close around the ball. It's a pretty quick review. And it's been overturned. Glad she made that call. Popped up right side. Washington is there for the second out. Cottrell goes on a 3-2. Wiggins knocks it fair inside the bag at third. Cottrell going to third. The throw kicks off the glove of Scott. And it's a double slice right down the line by Rylan Wiggins, making it two-hit afternoon for the
eye.
Trying to come through with 2 on and 2 out. And Enright pops it up. Martinez is there. Texas strands 2. 4 innings to go for the Longhorns. Batting third in the inning. Trying to come through against the junior Emily Kennedy. Mitchell drives the ball to left field. That's well struck. That's at the wall. And that is the first Texas run here in game 2. Jolie Mitchell, the first-year Longhorn, with her second home run of the postseason. And Texas gets one back.
Jolie Mitchell put together a quality at-bat here against Emily Kennedy, and she goes to her curveball, and Jolie Mitchell goes to being able to get her barrel up and into that pitch. The best part about that home run, if you're Emily Kennedy and Texas A&M, is that nobody was on base. But for Texas, Coach White just said, we've got to get on the board here, and Jolie Mitchell just does that. They're pretty good too, and very prepared going into games.
Henry slaps a ground ball to short. Coco Woolley safe at first. It's routine for maybe 98% of the country, but nothing is routine against the electric freshman. Enough. Right back to the circle. Kennedy gets one out at second. The lead runner, Henry, is retired.
Just start to pay attention to the contact off of her and start to the chance. You don't want to lose with your best pitcher on the bench.
Maloney, ground ball to second. Wiggins has to hurry, and she got it just in time. Maloney retired as Dayton takes second. The women's college.
When you put Emily Kennedy in the circle in your defense.
Scott smokes one into right center field. That is down for a base hit. Hill comes firing home, and Dayton stopped at third.
Thanks.
Now Martinez into left field, and Texas does not get the run. A gargantuan missed opportunity for the Longhorns. 4 innings. How many opportunities can you expect to get? Strike 3, Cavan goes up the ladder for her third punch out. Hit by a pitch on a 3-2 count her first time. And Eshte grounds it right back to Cavan. 2 up, 2 down to the A&M fourth.
The look that she added with her rise ball up in the zone.
Up and in, that hit the bat. That's a fair ball, that's an out. And excuse me, grounder to third off the bat of Powell. RBIs by Power. Trying to get the party started for Texas. And Atwood is hit. And Reese Atwood has now reached pace 6 consecutive plate appearances.
And with knowing how effective Vestal can be against righties.
Stewart, ground ball toward the middle. Woolley gets one. Woolley gets 2. What a play. What a move by Tricia Ford. The Aggies turn 2.
If she came off, and remember, Coach White is out of challenges. The out, or the call in the field was out, and it does look like it could be close if Trinity Cannon's foot comes off of the bag, but yeah, and it does. And
it did.
And he is out of challenges, so that double play.
Home runs in the series for Texas, including for Mitchell, who's on deck. Washington trying to wave back on this. Floats it to left. Trisha Ford is a stone-cold genius.
In the Super Regional.
Coco Woolley to second, and it's fumbled by Washington. Coco Woolley's speed creates havoc. It's an error against Washington. 2 home runs yesterday. Struck out, hit by a pitch against Tegan Cavan today. Cannon unloads. Oh my word! Out to the building on a hop. It is Trinity Cannon's world. Aunt Rev is waving the rally towel, and Texas A&M has taken a 4-run lead in the 5th.
Trinity Cannon, just wow. This is even a changeup. She is not fooled at all. Remember, opponents off of the Tegan Cavan changeup are hitting 111. And she goes hunting, maybe for the changeup. She sees a mistake. She is on time with it 100%. She has been on time with a lot in this Super Regional. The 3rd home run for Trinity Cannon as a senior who had 0 home runs in the NCAA tournament in her career. And
Emily Kennedy with a hug for Trinity Cannon. A hero's welcome in the A&M dugout. The 16 seed with a 5-1 lead in a series.
Giving her ear to the crowd out there in left field.
Jazz Hill with a ground ball to the shortstop hole. Skips away from Martinez, and Hill is aboard for a 2nd time.
Runs off of 3 different pitchers.
And Wiggins with another smoke shot. Washington, or Martinez, the shortstop, can't field this cleanly. Rylan Wiggins is on base. Hill moves to 2nd, and last season. Enright left center field. Henry got a good jump and records his 2nd out. Texas is now in a situation where if Maya Perez reaches, A&M would have the winning run by run rule at the plate. She will not reach. But Texas A&M delivers again.
Pin now, not even in the dugout, in the sun.
Mitchell walks again. Jolie Mitchell aboard for a 2nd time, and Texas gets a leadoff runner on. Northwestern and Boston College. Coverage begins on ESPN and the ESPN app. Ground ball to 3rd from Henry, and she's too fast for A&M to turn 2. But Kennedy Powell, an excellent defender. A&M back to Oklahoma City. 2-2. Dayton right side. There's a base hit for Bella Dayton. Henry will motor to 3rd, and Texas has 2 on with only 1 out. Henry at 3rd, Dayton at 1st. 3-2 for Hunter. On the ground at 3rd base, plays at the plate, and an out recorded on Henry. Powell went home. Henry slid in. Cottrell got the tag down, and it's the 2nd out of the inning.
Kennedy Powell here, you have to get an out on this play, and now you have a 4-run lead. Don't worry about this run. Try to get the sure out at first base because you know it's going to be close with Caden Henry's speed. The throw, the play has to be perfect, but the throw pulled Julia Cottrell up. The tag was late, and I think that Caden Henry was safe. And it's also the position, too, that Julia Cottrell has put herself in. Looks like possibly she's blocking the leading edge, covering the plate.
Here's a call from Smokey Eds. And safe at the plate. 2 1 seeds have missed it in 20 years. First pitch to Scott. Up the middle, base hit. Dayton is going to come home this time, and she scores! The throw to 3rd from Kennedy. Safe there! Oh, my goodness! A merry-go-round on the base paths. Is going to call for a review on the play at 3rd, but we know the run scores from Dayton here.
A great arm and throw by Jazz Hill. A perfect throw to Cottrell. Kind of took her deep back behind home plate. She thought she had the ball in her glove, went for the tag, and a great slide, a dive head first to work around this tag. And Kennedy Powell thought that she had her. She looked at the A&M dugout right away, but how athletic of a dive right there by Ashton Maloney. See what he says.
Safe the call. Ashton Maloney, the newest member of the Texas gymnastics program. 2nd and 3rd, 1 down. Martinez, ground ball, up the middle throw. Maloney is in. Scott will score. This game is tied.
Texas hitters just digging deep in these at-bats and being tough outs against both Brooke Vestal and now Emily Kennedy. Vivi Martinez hitting just over 200 against left-handed pitchers and is able to get a couple of RBIs to tie up this game. Wow, the speed, the at-bats, the power that you've seen from Texas in this inning, again, to fight back, to claw back.
And now Atwood, the Big 12 Player of the Year, 2-0 against Kennedy. Walk, single, hit by pitch in the game. Atwood, left center field. Atwood, base hit. Here comes Martinez, and the Texas Longhorns take the lead. Atwood dumps one onto the grass in left center field, and it's 6-5 Texas. Its first lead of the Supers.
She's been so tough to get out, constantly finding a way to get on base. She gets jammed on this, but still stays on as long as she possibly can despite getting jammed and finds a hole. And I think what you're seeing in this inning, Kevin, is that finally things are starting to for A&M. They're going to continue to go to her.
Stewart gets under it. 2 down in the inning as Este makes the play.
But you can't help but think about how Texas has the lead, and
Longhorns over the course of 8 batters and 5 runs. Washington in the air to right. Allie Enright's there.
Go back down there and get loose.
On the ground at third, that's Mia Scott, and that's the first out. The pinch hitter retired. Check gave up an infield single and has retired 3 straight since.
Yeah, Texas does have the lead, but think about how A&M has been swinging the bat.
In the first game against Oklahoma State. Flared into center field. That's a base hit for Powell, and Texas A&M puts the tying run on base with 1 out. It's the second hit for Kennedy Powell.
It just really felt like we didn't play our best at the end of the season against Tennessee. They didn't adapt well to what they were doing.
Woolley elevates one to right field. A big swing, but Maloney comes on to make the catch. And Coco Powell, the tying run at first. The 0-2. Tried to go back out there. Powell running for second. She's in there safely. A stolen base for Kennedy Powell. The first for either. Number 22. Her 22nd pitch. A 2-2. In the air right side. Maloney with a call. Maloney with a catch. Check escapes, and Texas will take the lead to the 7th. But impactful. A leadoff walk started that whole 6th inning mess. She also homered back in the 4th, not so slight. And Mitchell will take a called strike 3 here. Bella Dayton on deck. Texas leading at 6-5 in the 7th. Henry left side. That's some good back control. Second base hit for the freshman Caden Henry. Bring through. She is an All-American, most likely. Dayton skies one into center. Bella Dayton, a 2-run jack. A Bella bomb puts Texas ahead by 3.
Letting out all of her frustration still from the base running miscue, miscommunication, mistake, whatever you want to call it, with this swing right here. Emily Kennedy tried to work her inside, and Bella Dayton knew it, looked for that pitch, got her barrel into 68 on her hands, gave the fans a little souvenir.
Maloney flips one to second. Wiggins is there. They have the last 7 in game 2. Scott will squib her back to Kennedy, and we are going to the bottom of the 7th. A 2-run home run for the 9-hitter.
Not a lot of energy from them in the first, 5 innings of this game. A&M, complete opposite.
A&M is not done. Julia Cottrell slaps the ball the other way. A leadoff base hit, and the Aggies' career home runs in the NCAA tournament for the graduate student. Hill with a ground ball to short. Martinez backing up, throws to second, and gets the pinch runner Golden there. 6-4 fielder's choice. Popped up by Wiggins. Good, the second baseman makes a catch. 1 out to go. The game she started. It's in the dirt. Gets away from Atwood. And Hill will take second on the wild pitch. Trailed Texas A&M 5-1. 2-2. Enright up the middle, base hit, past the glove of Czech. And the Aggies are not going to go down without a fight. They'll bring the tying run to the plate. Fly ball into center field. It's drilled. It's gone. We're tied. Her first collegiate extra base hit is a 2-strike, 2-out, game-tying home run in the Super Regionals. You couldn't dream of this.
Oh my gosh. You knew she was going to go back to that curveball, and Maya Perez knew it as well. She was looking for that pitch, Kevin. She got down 0-2, took a curveball off the plate, took a rise ball that was out of the zone to get to this 2-2 count for her first career home run. Jazz Hill got on. Allie Enright, a base hit. 2 were on for this home run to tie up the game. The home run of her career to tie up the game. I mean, so cool.
And the winning run is on. The Super Regional winning run is on.
For sure get the start in Game 3 tomorrow if there is one. But if A&M is able to score a run here, it's over.
A chopper, going to be a tough play. Scott from third fumbles it. And there goes Este to third. She's out. Este got a little over-eager. And the shortstop Martinez snuck in behind for the final out of the 7th inning.
Play, but too aggressive there to make the last out.
And here's Martinez leading off the inning, and she sprays one over the outstretched glove of Willie. Viviana Martinez with face. Atwood smokes one to left, and Atwood is retired for a second time as Este makes a play from left.
She has been locked in this series.
That's in the dirt, ball 4. It skips away. Martinez to second, and Cottrell retrieves it quickly. So no extra advancement. Katie Stewart has Texas's 4th walk.
But to have Leanne Good off the bench and be able to come in and plug in.
Good to right field. Enright's there. Martinez ready to tag. She'll hold at second. 2 out here in the 8th.
Just so much depth, Kevin, on this Texas team.
A season ago at Notre Dame. Mitchell lofts one high in the air to left. Este has room, and Este makes the catch. Big hitters coming up for the Yankees. Woolley, Cannon, and Cottrell. Ground ball to second. Good. Plays a short hot well.
And
For a slow start to her postseason career. 1 swing to win it. Cannon with a ground ball to third. A flying leap by Scott, and she throws her out. 2 ground outs for Matt Morgan in the bottom of the 8th.
she's not let her heart rate get too high.
Ground ball, Julia Cottrell. Morgan in the circle. 3 ground outs in the 8th inning. To the 9th we go. Bottom in the top for Texas.
To make it to the Women's College World Series and get a chance to play in OKC.
Henry with a bunt on a 2-1 pitch. Kennedy not in time to first. It's a leadoff bunt single for Caden Henry in the 9th. Games for Caden Henry out of 57 played. There goes Henry for second. She is in there. And a stolen base for Caden Henry, her 26th by the World Series All-Tournament team. On a 3-2, Dayton will ground one to first, and that is as good as a bunt. Henry advances to third with 1 out. Today, she came back in the game. She said to sit through a ton of delays. Maloney slaps it to short. Willie will come home and throws it away. Texas takes the lead back. An RBI and a bouncing ball off the bat of Maloney, and it's 9-8 Longhorns in the 9th.
And Kuka Woolley decided that her only play that she thought that she could make here was at home. You could tell that she was thinking about going, maybe for a second going to first. But I mean, with Caden Henry's speed, I think that you have to find a way with your internal clock. Do I go home or do I try to get an out here? Knowing your base runner at third, Another opportunity to maybe get an out at one, but
20, looking to pick up another here. And she puts one through the left side for a base hit. Maloney on the top foot trail is out at third. Ran right in the face of Este, who has her second outfield assist of the postseason. And Martinez puts one in the air her way. Reese Atwood will be left in the on-deck circle, but Texas gets one. Jazz Hill's homer today. Rylan Wiggins and Allie Enright to follow her. And a redemption in the making for somebody this weekend. Hill pops it up. Shallow right field. That ball lands in between Good and Maloney. And it's a leadoff base hit to bring the winning run to the plate. With the first was 15 years ago, 2009. Wiggins, center field, hit right at Henry. Quickly to the studio, Matt Schick. 0-2 for Allie. Popped up by Enright. Right side again, and this time Maloney will get there. It's a little bit of a shaky transition on the way down, but Ashlyn Maloney squeezes it. Be tomorrow. And Perez is going to take first. Catcher's interference against Reese Atwood.
yeah, clearly making big contact with that glove. What a great at bat by Maya Perez. Got down 0-2, took some pitches, fouled off some pitches.
The all-SEC left fielder, Este. Swings away, sharp grounder to second. Good takes it to the bag. And Texas survives one of the craziest softball games you will see in your life. The top seed in the NCAA tournament is not done yet. Texas 9, Texas A&M 8. And there will be a Game 3 tomorrow in Austin.
27 hits in this game and a 9-8 final score, 17 runs scored. I mean, this game was an absolute dogfight, but it's going to be the Texas offense with the 9 runs, one more run than what A&M scored with the 8. That's going to be the Capital One rewarding performance of the game.